on the first day of World Mental Health Week, on the 5th International Conference, we have a unique speaker with us, Miss Shivanshi Mishra from India. She is a mental health advocate and emotional intelligence expert. She is going to enlighten us on a very relevant topic, that is emotional armor, building resilience through emotional intelligence for universal mental well-being. So, not taking too much time from our side, now I would like to request our speaker to kindly proceed today's session, please.
Namaste to everyone. First of all, really thank you for joining this session. I am Shivanshi Mishra from India. As a student, a very much emotional intelligence enthusiast. So I hope that you enjoyed the previous session. So beginning with our own session. So first thing, there are few things that I really want to clear you all. First thing, I want this session to be interactive. So you can pop up your question in the chat box and I'll get to it after the presentation and all. And please be interactive as much as you can, because emotional intelligence is about talking, and we should appreciate the talking skill of ourselves and the communication skill of ourselves. So let's begin. Okay. Before starting this presentation, I want your 3 minutes for this 3 questions, which will help you to reflect your own mood or your own feeling. So the first question is that, how are you feeling right now? I really want everyone to answer this question in the chat box. The second question is that, can you identify 3 emotions that you are experiencing at this moment? And the last question is that, what's one thing you can do to acknowledge or manage these feelings today? So as you guys are answering, so I'll just speak something about emotions. So the beauty of human being is what? It makes us different from our AI technology and everything, that we have emotions. Like imagine when we were born, we all were crying, right? Everyone was crying. I hope so none of us was laughing in that period of time. We all were crying, right? So that pretty cute emotion like that, that the first cry for baby, which make each and every parent very emotional. Oh, my baby's first cry. Or when you achieve your first award, oh my god, that moment, that excitement, that happiness, all these little things matters. All this little emotion matters, and that what makes us human being, right? So if I come to an emotions, so emotions are basically what? A fundamental experience, whatever we are feeling right now. Like before this stream was starting, I was very much doubtful, and even like a little bit fearful that, oh my god, like this stream is going to be live, is there would be any technical glitch or not, is like I can communicate with people or not, is going to be interactive enough or not. So yeah, that was that period of emotion. So there are 6 basic emotions that we all are born with. So if any one of you know all the 6 basic emotion, you can just drop it down in the chat box, and I'm also going to tell you that. So the 6 basic emotion are happiness, sadness, anger, fear, disgust, surprise. So these beautiful 6 emotions makes us human being, right? And then we have all other emotions too, but these 6 beautiful emotions, right? So I hope everyone have just commented down their feelings and everything. Really, thank you so much. Moving forward, so why I have chosen this topic, emotional intelligence. While scrolling to Instagram, even if I just say any of the social media sites, or even in my real life, we all have been in a situation where we see some videos of where we see some kind of scene, and we feel like, is humanity dying? Like seriously, this is the behavior of a human for another human. Like all the things we are seeing right now, wars happening, criminal activities happening, we are seeing really small children are getting into depression and all that. And what's the basic cause of this? The emotional intelligence. You know, the drawback of our education system is that we make student intelligent, but do we make them emotionally intelligent? The answer is no. None of our book tell us that, oh, this is the chapter where you can learn the emotional intelligence. We do not have any book, we do not have any curriculum which promote this emotional intelligence thing. But right now, it's the necessity. And that's why we are discussing, we are talking, we are making people aware about it. So if you look at today's world, where conflicts are rising up, social tension are rising up, people are just they are just like a term. If you say that we are human beings, but are we a human beings? Do we have that emotion? Do we see if someone is hungry, what is our first instance? We help them, or we just make a social media post about it and be like, oh yeah, I have helped this person. Do you think this is something emotionally intelligent person will do that? No comments on that. Yeah, you can share your comments. So basically, today's today tool to enhance our life is emotional intelligence. It enables us to manage our emotions and have empathy for others. You know, during my internship with EQ for Peace, there was a very beautiful quote that Matt sir told us, was that feel it to heal it. This is a small, if I say feel it to heal it, that's so beautiful thing. That what we are lagging first is the feelings. Like, no, I can't feel sad, I can't be sad. Why you have to be always happy? Like, you are a human being. You can be happy, you can be sad, you can be angry. All these are your emotions. But no, I have to be happy. But are we happy? Ask a simple question to you all. How many of you are feeling happy and excited right now? If you could answer me, it would be very grateful. I'll just see that how many of you are really happy today. Apart from that, this emotional intelligence tool help us to develop a resilience power, allowing us to adapt and thrive. So when I tell you resilience, you will be like, oh, just backing off, like I can just just step off my zone. Is just that's the meaning of resilience. If we say that whatever situation come, I'll face it, it is the meaning of resilience, but with a twist, and we will come to know about that twist with like within few minutes. It also helps us to foster relationship, making us effective communicator, collaborators, and leaders. Okay, so this is very important skill. If I say a leader, if a emotionally intelligent leader, I'm saying not an intelligent, but an emotionally intelligent leader can make a successful group or can break that group. Okay, so we have a lot of example in our histories where we see there were the leaders who just made their empire great, and they were the leaders who just destroyed their empire. What was the cause? Emotional intelligence. You know, a study was conducted, and the result of the study was that only 20% of our success depends on intelligence. Rest 80% depends on our emotions. So moving forward, so what is emotional intelligence? If I talk about what is emotional intelligence, so emotional intelligence encompasses 5 skills, which is self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skill. These are the 5 skills which emotional intelligence just encompass in itself. So the first thing is that self-awareness. Okay, so when I say self-awareness, 2 different terms. Self-aware, oh yeah, conscious. Okay, so self-awareness is about being conscious of your emotions and understanding how they affect your thought and behavior. So we can easily tell how other person is feeling. Oh, you're happy today, you look happy today, oh, you look sad today. But can we tell what we are feeling today? Like if I say that just write 5 feelings of yourself today itself, just within a minute, I think many of you can do that, and many of you would be like, am I feeling happy? Am I feeling sad? Or I'm having all the emotion at together at this point. So the thing is that we all are lacking this skill of self-awareness. I will not say just lagging, but yeah, we have it. We are not properly using it. So emotional intelligence is about, first thing is self-awareness. That how much I am aware about my own emotions, how I understand them, and how those affect my thought and behavior. Like if we are in a bad mood, okay, so what will be our behavior? If we are in very angry mode and everything, like we'll just try to destroy things around us, or we'll be mean to people around us, right? This is a basic behavior thought, that we were angry, and a behavior that it went off to other people in a negative way. So second one is the self regulation, which is the ability to manage your emotion and impulse. As I told you, let's give you an example. Just right now it happened with me. So we were for this live stream. So what happened that there was a technical glitch I was facing. So and I was like panicking a bit, just a bit panic. So that period of time I was having two options: either I panic, I just started, I can cry like, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't know how to do it. And second thing was that what I did, I took a deep breath, and then I said, okay, fine. If it's not getting login with my computer, then I'll go for the second option, and then the third option. And then I tried, I even took a short tutorials from the YouTube, and then finally it got logged in. And luckily, I am right now here. So this was the self-regulation, the ability to manage my emotion and impulse. I was having two options. One is that I get frustrated, I cry, and then I'm like demotivate myself, and then this thing happened, and then I will be not. I would have not been present over here right now. And the second thing was that I just managed my emotion. I said, okay, let's take a break. We will figure it out. If not this thing, then what's the second thing? So this is what self-regulation means. The third thing is motion, understanding of others' emotion. So as I said earlier, that we are in the world where if we see someone in a very bad situation or anything like that, the first thing that come instant to our mind is like, let's take a picture, let's take a video, let's see that, oh, I'm helping this little poor person. Do we really need that? Like, okay, you are helping, there is a God Almighty to watch you, okay, and you are helping just for your own satisfaction, that I helped them. I was that much capable that I could help him or her. Why do you need your mobile phone to just capture that moment? I do not get this point. I know you must be thinking that I'm so much angry on this issue, but yeah, why do you need that issue? Okay, if you want to motivate other, very good. But if you are thinking another thing, then that's not empathy, my friend. That's not at all empathy. So, for example, we can have this beautiful empathy example that the best example we could have is from our mother. Like whenever our mother sees us, or anyone, I guess the mother's heart is that everyone should have a mother heart which is full of empathy. Whenever she's look at anyone who is really need someone's help, your mother will be always there. Oh, we should help that person. That's such a beauty of the mother, right? So we should all have a mother heart in ourselves, which is empathetic heart, that recognizing and understanding the emotion of others. And then second thing I want to say, not just others, but also yourself. Okay, so we can sometimes easily show empathy to others, but do we show empathy to us? If I'm in such a situation where I need someone, I need a little bit motivation, or I need some empathy for myself. Okay, so okay, no worries, you are in the situation, okay, it's fine, it's going to be fine and everything. It's really hard for us to accept that situation. We are lagging empathy even for ourselves also, and that's not a good thing. We should have empathy for ourselves also and for others also. And fifth and last one is social skill, which is managing relationship to move people in desired direction. I told you, if you are really an emotional, intelligent person, You are the leader. You are the champion of the world, because then you know how to manage relationship, where to invest, how much to invest, how to invest. You can differentiate, okay, this people needs this much kind of my emotions, or this much kind of treatment, this people need this much. You can differentiate with others, you will be ruling the world. So social skill is very much important when it comes to understanding emotional intelligence. So I have given this SMART acronym because emotionally intelligent people are smart. So S for self awareness, M for motivation, A for active listening and empathy. And active listening, by what I mean is that, see, a lot of time people do not need your views, okay, they just want a partner who can listen them. So I'll tell you just an example. So while during my internship, we were having this peace partners. So what was the role of peace partner was that they want one person whom we can vent off our feeling, and that person should be trustworthy, will not share with other people whatever the feelings are there, and he'll just listen. He or she will just listen your feelings, and she will like, yeah, okay, I'm there. And sometimes we need that. We do not need people, sometimes people do not need our opinion, what we are feeling about their feeling. They just need, okay, I need someone where I can vent off. So we can be their vent off partner, or the peace partner, I will say. R for regulation and T for transformation, social skill. So with the this thing, we can, if I say, like, if I take three example how emotional intelligence help in real life. So where will be the first one is in school. So I guess many of us are in the school or maybe in the college, including me. I'm also a college student here. So yeah, so how emotional intelligence help us in the college. So we all have this group project in the college, right? Where there's people who are very enthusiastic doing all the work, and then we have some people who do not contribute at all, and then we have this heated argument, he's doing, she is doing, and he's not doing. How can we can finish this group project, and all, and then it will be in World War III, that period of time. But how an emotionally intelligent person will handle this situation? He'll just try to break down all these arguments. Then they will be believing to take a break. Whatever heat is happening, let's just take a break. We all just sit down, settle down, take a break, take a deep breath, and then we could have a normal conversation where we can figure out what we are going to do. So this would be done by a emotionally intelligent or a smart person, in short. So this way, this will preserve your group dynamics, right? This will preserve your group respect. This will preserve, you can do your work efficiently in the group if you are smart or emotionally intelligent enough. Second one is that in personal life, see, there is a way to say no. We all say that, yeah, you should say no, but there is a way when to say no and how to say no. So if you know that in personal life we all have this really heated argument, and where we are in such a rage that we know that we're going to say something which will hurt the other person. And let me tell you, words are the lethal weapon. If you want to destroy someone, you can destroy within a minute just using your words. So if I know, if I'm in a very angry mode, and if I'm like, I know I'm going to speak something which will actually going to, could be disrespectful for that person, which can hurt her or him. So why to say that? Like, because see, I know when we are in angry mode, we just want to, win that argument. That's the interim goal of, at that period of time, I have to win this with this person anyhow. I have to win this. So if I know that this argument is very heated, it could just destroy my relationship with other person. So what's the best possible way? Just to take a step back. This step back will not prove you that you are the loser. Oh my God, you lose it. No, that you are smart enough, because you are emotionally intelligent enough, that you know that that if right now I'll be standing here, I will say something that will actually destroy my relationship with that person, that will actually make me guilt that, oh, why did I said those words? I shouldn't. So the best way is to step back, and after, when that every rage and all those fire just settle it down, then you have a healthy discussion with that person. And yeah, then third one, in work setting. So leader, everyone are not a born leader. We all know that, right? Everyone is not a born leader. Leaders are made day by day, every day, where they practice this smart skill, which is emotionally intelligent skill that I have told you, the smart skill. So the team leader know how to take their team to a interim goal, what to achieve that goal, right? They know how to communicate. They know, if even if I have a disagreement with my employee, how should I talk to that person, so that person, because see, what we forget while we all are angry, that the someone which is standing in front of us is another human, right? He's human like us only. He will be also, and the thing is that the beauty of human being is that we all are not similar, not with our with our faces and with our body feature, but also with our thinking. What I'll be thinking would not be the same thinking of the other person. We should respect that, right? We should respect that diversity. So in a work setting, when I know that the person which I'm talking to, which I'm interacting to, does we do not have any common points to interact, or I know there would be a disagreement. Being a team leader, it's my smart skill, it's my emotional intelligence skill, how I can make my team productive and how I can help them to achieve that particular desired goal. So these are the real life example where you can use your EI or the smart skill. Okay. So moving forward, I hope you guys are enjoying this session. So the next thing is that how building emotional in armor. Okay. So you must be thinking that, okay, she's going to talk about armor. So what does armor does, and how emotional intelligence can be an armor for us? So if I say, like, with all the example I have given you, you all must be thinking, yeah, emotional intelligence is actually a very good tool that we can use in today's century, right? Today's company and everywhere, there is one thing that people are asking for is emotional intelligence. So what are the strategies for resilience and well-being? First of all is recognizing and labeling emotion, which we all do not practice properly. Okay, so the first thing, why we can't practice it properly? So I'll just take an example, and please don't think I'm just being stereotypical or something like that. In a society, a boy can't cry. Okay, whatever situation may come, you have to be strong, you don't have to cry. Why? If he is feeling that emotion, why he can't cry? From the starting, like when we like in even in it's like in they're really adults, or even when they are small, we just tell them that you can't cry, boys don't cry, you're not a girl, you should not cry. Why he should not cry? If we are just taking that power from him to label his emotion, to recognize his emotion. And that's why many of the men are so much depressed, because they can't cry. Because during the initial stage, while they were growing up, we have taken the power to recognize and label their emotions. So what does that mean? Recognizing and labeling your emotion means reflecting on your emotion. And you can take, like, this is one strategy that I use, is keeping a feeling diary, which really help you to get aware about your emotion. So reflecting on your own emotion means, if I'm happy, so what I do, I just draw a smiley emoji. If I'm sad, I'll draw a sad emoji. Or maybe I draw something which denote a sad thing. If I'm angry, I'll draw that emoji. You know what it helped me? It just for a while, it helped me to, at the end of the day, when I open that diary, I can see, okay, these were the time when I was having this positive feeling of, like, I was happy, I was excited, and these were the negative feeling which was I was having that was angry, that was sad, that was guilty, and this different feelings. This will help me to reflect, to label my own emotion. And it's very crucial step to label your emotion, because it's very easy for us to look other person and say, oh, you're happy today, oh, you are sad today, but what about you, your own self? If I say, just like during the first session only, I have just said, can you label your emotion, can anyone tell me how they are feeling today? Only I can see few people answer that question. So if again I ask you how you are feeling today, what would be your answer? I'm feeling happy right now because I'm talking to such a lovely audience. So how you are feeling? Moving forward to the second one, which is developing emotional regulation strategies. Okay, so these there are different strategies you can do, which could be deep breathing, journaling, mindful breaks into your routines, and a lot of different things. So for example, what I do when I have this to regulate my emotion, I dance. I have an emotional dance for each of my emotion. I have a happy dance. I have a sad dance. Like, when I have this really yummy food, which really makes me happy, I have a food happy dance. So these are strategy help me to regulate my emotion, and it makes me recognize, yeah, I am happy today. Yeah, I am sad today. And this is how I'm going to regulate it. You can take mindful breaks, and it's really important, in our such a busy life, like we want a whole 24 hours in our hand and we want to use it. So while I was watching this video, and someone was like, you don't think you have 24 hours, think you had 28 hours in a day. No, you do not have to think that you have a 28 hours in your day. Okay, you have 24 hours. That's why God made this 24-hour system. So you have 24 hours, and you should manage it in such a way that you can effectively utilize it while taking few breaks, because breaks are very much important. And I can tell you this thing, because there was a period of time when I was facing this thing that I was not able to take any break. I was having this, my exams, my work life, and everything simultaneously going on in my life, and I was so much frustrated that period of time, that while I was teaching to my student, it just went off to them. And I was, because I'm not this kind of person who just shout on their student or yell on their student. And I realized, no, Shivanshi, right now you are not in a right way, because you never do this thing. And then I recognize that, yes, I need a mindful breaks, which could be anything. You can take a 5-minute walk while just listening to music. You can do deep breath exercise. You can just journal your thought, or you can do your happy or any mood dance, which I have told you. Trust me, it will help you out. Third one is practicing empathy and compassion. So this thing should be practiced how? Foster empathy and compassion through active listening and validation. Okay. And by this, I mean that this practice should not be just for other person, but for yourself too. You should be empathic to yourself. You should be compassionate to yourself. You should be compassionate to other people. You should be empathetic to other people also. Because when you act, there, like we all have been in our life a pace pattern of any one of our friend, where they come and they just say, तुम्हें पता है क्या होता है? You know what happened today? You know what happened in my family? You know this happened with her. You know that happened with her. You know what happened with myself? And you just sit and you said, okay, and they feel so happy. Just you didn't gave them a very precious gift or something like that. You just give them a little bit time where you told them, yes, you are being heard. I am here for you. I am hearing you. I am validating your feeling, and it's okay to feel in that way. That's all they need, right? And that just make their day. They just, after talking to you, you didn't give them any magical portion of happiness, or you were not their fairy godmother. You just sat down there. You just listen to them, and they are happy now. Does any of you have gone through this thing, or have felt like this way, just talking to someone or sharing your feeling with others, or listening to someone just made your day or their day, you can just say, yeah, just give a thumbs up in the chat box, and I'll be just seeing to that. And then coming to your own self, you should be empathetic enough and compassionate enough to accept what you are feeling and to validate your feeling. Yes, I'm feeling sad. It's okay, I'm feeling sad. Not every time 24 hour I can be positive and happy enough and be like in a jolly mood. It's okay to be sad, but the magnitude and what I am doing right now, how I am, if I'm feeling sad, what I'm doing, how I'm showing it into my behavior. Do I'm hurting myself? No, it's not at all okay. So they were like, during my internship, we learned these 3 A's, which was awareness, acceptance, and then acting upon it. So aware, yes, I'm aware about my emotion. Accepting, yes, I have accepted that emotion. And then acting, and by acting I means not hurting yourself, not hurting other people. By acting means how I regulate it, using that developing emotional regulation strategy which we just read earlier. How I'm regulating my emotion, what strategy I'm using. Like, yeah, I'm going for a walk, or I'm talking to someone, what strategy I'm using. So empathy for others, compassion for others, empathy for yourself, compassion for yourself is the best thing that you can have. And last thing is that building resilience and adaptability. Okay, so building resilience means what? If I say that we all have gone through in our life to a very failures, like every one of us, I'll say every one of us would have been failed in any of the situation where we feel, okay, we feel just after this there is this an end. My life is end, everything is ended, I don't know how I'll live, I do not know what to do next. We all felt it, right? And okay, so feeling this thing is okay, you felt it, but then you have to be resilient enough to fight back. And when I say fight back, it should be a continuous process. For example, I know, like I'll just give you an example. So I was having this maths fear. I know many of us have this maths fear in our childhood. I was having the maths fear. Okay, I never wanted to study maths because I didn't got a proper guidance of maths regarding maths question. I was so much fearful that even if I used to have a maths exam like tomorrow, I'll just get this fever. I will be in so anxiety that I can't perform. I don't know how I'll perform it, and this and that. But then during my boards period of time, I was having this fear, I was having this anxiety, but then I was resilient enough. I said, okay, it's just a subject, like it's like others, like other subject, or like it's SST, like it's English, every subjects are there, right? Maths is also a subject, and I have to study it anyhow because numbers are around me only, from clock to measurement to money, everything is around just number. How I can ignore that subject? I was resilient. I practice hard. I take help of my parents. I take help of my teachers. And I then started loving maths, and I loved it so much that I during my economics, like I have my economics at my graduation. So yeah, I studied maths over there also, and even in psychology, you have the stats paper, and I really enjoy maths. Now I'm like, I really love the facts. I really love to solve questions. It just gives me a mindful break. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, it gave me a break because everything just, it makes me happy now. So that was the resilience. And then adaptability adaptability is really a must do tool that you should have. If I would have just say, okay, I can't do maths now, my life is over, I don't know how I would do that, I don't know would I pass my boards or not, then I was not adapting to that new situation, new circumstance. I did that. That adaptability, where you change a little bit attitude to just fit into that situation. And resilience and adaptability skills should not be for just for a while, like for a moment. It should be for a long period of time, not just for, it should be constant. Then only it will properly help you out. Okay, this is my favorite, the pillar model. Okay, So this pillar model is basically which I am currently researching about more and more. We all know about the Goldman's theory and how he have introduced this emotional intelligence and everything. So this pillar model, which I am currently working on, is still in under the process, which is perceiving emotion, identifying emotion, labeling emotion, linking emotion, acting, and then refining. So perceiving emotion. Okay. As I have given you a multiple time of this example, but yeah, right now you are seeing me, happy, you are seeing me excited, you're perceiving me, right? You're just seeing me and you can tell, okay, she's having this current emotion right now. So perceiving emotion means that noticing how other feels by looking their face, listening to their voice, and watching their action, and even your own emotion. So if we have this phone call with our close relatives or anyone, if our parents or anyone, just by listening to their voice, we say, oh, is there anything wrong happening right now with your life? Is anything wrong? You want to share me something? We just perceive it. So the first thing is like perceiving emotion. Second one is identifying emotion. If you can see me happy right now, that I'm very happy, very excited, oh, you are a smart person. So yeah, you can identify my emotion, like how I am feeling. And it's really important to identify one's emotion, others also, and your own emotion also. Because without identifying your emotion, how you can just label it? So if I say that I know I'm sad right now, okay, if I don't identify my emotion, what would be my next step? I don't know what would I do. I do not have any feeling that what could I do like further, or just I will be sitting idly and be like this, right? So perceiving emotion is important, then identifying your emotion is crucial, then labeling your emotion. This step means naming your emotion. We all have name. I am Shivanshi Mishra, right? So let's give name to our emotions also. Like if God have created all this emotion so beautifully and have given to us, so why not name our emotion? Whatever we are feeling, we are happy, we are sad, we are angry, we are frustrated. Label your emotion. Then linking emotion. Linking emotion is really important, because if I'm feeling something, there would be a cause of something, right? For example, if I am feeling sad, there might be something. Maybe my test doesn't get well, maybe I have some fight during my workplace or anything. So if you label it, then only you can link your emotion with the current scenario. Like if I say that whatever emotion you are feeling right now, then why you are feeling it, that why linking is very much crucial. Because when you link it, then you will come to another step, which is acting on your emotion. And this means how you're going to respond, and also not to respond on your emotion. So if I know I'm feeling very angry right now, I just want to destroy everything, should I do that? No. Should I hurt other person? No. So then I choose not to act to my that impulsive emotion, and I try to refine my emotion, which is another, which is refining your emotion. Like looking past, like okay, I'm feeling angry. Okay, I have two options. Either I get into this fight, or the second option is that I navigate that emotion to another way. Or even suppose many of us, if we are still in the process of being smart enough, and we have reacted on our impulse, we have just broken down everything, we have this major fight with our parents or with our loved ones, or at a workplace. Just look back into that. Okay, you can just look back into that and you say, okay, if I had this feeling, this was my triggering point, how should I can not trigger next with this point? This is in my hand, right? If I know, like if I know that I'm going to burn my hand if I just put it on the stove, why would I do that? So if you know, if you refine your feelings, if you look back to your emotions, then you can change your response. As I told you that I make this emojis or these faces, or I have this habit of label, in my emotion diary, to note it down my emotion. Then when at the night I can just go to that and I say, okay, if I felt in this way and I acted like this, how can I change my this response? Because this is hampering my growth. This is hampering my relationship with others. This is hampering the situation which I was in. I could have effectively done another thing, but I choose to this thing, and then this is the outcome of that thing, right? I choose to react on this in this way, and which resulted it to fight with my parents. So why to do that, right? So refining is very important. So I'll just again I'm going to tell you about the pillar model. First is perceiving emotion. Notice your emotion, notice others' emotion, how they are feeling, how you are feeling. Second one is identifying emotion. If they are feeling this, identify your emotion, identify others' emotion. Then third one is labeling your emotion. Just give a name to your emotion. Yeah, just give it. Even if whatever it's happy, it's a positive or it's negative emotion, just label them. Then acting on your emotions, decide how to respond and how not to respond. Then then acting on after acting, then refining your emotion, which is looking past. Okay, if I have done this thing, how should stop doing that. If I've taken a good step, then you should appreciate. Okay, yeah, I handled it well. Good work, Shivanshi. Good work. Okay, so how this a pillar will help you in your day-to-day scenario. We all have been in a scenario where we have to communicate with our team, and that's a very hideous process. Okay, collaborating with team, collaborating with so many different minds, and then achieving that particular goal is very hard. But with the pillar model, it can be easy. Then during shopping experience, shopping experience, when you have to do this bargaining strategy or any strategy to just with the shopkeeper, you can use this pillar model also. So this pillar model is very good. Okay, now universal strategies for the well-being. So they are just like I have written just 3 to 4 strategy, but there are tons of strategy. You can create your own strategy. And while I'll just explaining this strategy, I request you all in the chat box, you write which strategy you opt for your own mental well-being. Let's make it interactive. I just do not want to just come in here and speak and then go. No, I want it to be very much interactive, and I would love to read that your chat. So just tell me what strategies you opt for your mental well-being. First thing is that mindfulness and meditation. Okay, there's the beauty of meditation that it is accessible to everyone, right? So you do not need a proper equipment for that and anything. You just sit down and you can meditate. And how this help you? So I'll just share my experience. So during my school days, when we were having a 10th boards, so our school came up with a strategy that in a week they would have their 2 to 3 classes where we just meditate, and it actually helped us a lot. Because after that meditation class, we just had this very difficult subject, maths or science, something like that. That meditation class just clear our mind, like properly cleared, just reduces the stress and everything, and it just regenerate you. It give you a new life. Oh wow, like new energy. So mindfulness and meditation is a very good practice that you can do. Second one is physical exercise and self-care. Oh, we all love to pamper ourselves, and we should. Like, just imagine you're such a beautiful creation of God, and pampering yourself is must needed. Rather than just don't pamper others, also pamper yourself. You should little bit spoil yourself also by the pampering skill. So yeah, physical exercise. You can take a short walk. You can just you can dance a bit or anything, whatever physical exercise it fits you. You should choose that, not others who are practicing, but what you want to do, you should do that. And then self-care, you can have a good routine. Anything, you can have a good self-care routine, or whatever makes you very happy, you can do that. And all these things should be persistent. If you say that, okay, today I'll just started to do exercise, and then another day you just drop that plan, no, then it will not help you that much. So persistent is the key. You have to be continuous. So it could be any physical exercise. You do not just go to gym and just do these bundle and all that. Like, no, you can just normally do, like, you can have a 5-minute walk on the grass, or just plug in a good music, and then you just walk barefoot on the grass. You will feel so good, trust me, it is such a good exercise. Then social connection and community engagement, that's my favorite thing to do, which is building connection with others, talking to others, joining online groups or maybe offline groups. Like, what makes me happy when I go to my college or to my workplace, like, I talk to new people, and that makes me happy, because I believe that everyone has their own stories, which is very good, which is very beautiful stories. And I just said I love to talk to them, I observe them. So social connection and community engagement is another strategy of the well-being. Okay. After that, how emotional. Oh, we are coming to an end. Okay. So how this emotional intelligence is really important in the, like it's this. I'm just summing up it. Emotional intelligence is very much important in today's life. Okay. So I tell you one more example, which is, so right now it's very much crucial. And by crucial, I say that because it's nothing that this skill, we can't make student to note it down that this is your emotional intelligence notes. You have to do it like this. No, it's a skill, it's a practice. And if from the beginning, if we plan it in our curriculum, if we can make it and if we can make it in the awareness of the parents or the children, it would be so good. Because this is something that could be practiced, not not learned. If, like, right now, we like, so many of you have joined this conference, right? You all have seen the presentation, you all have gone through everything. If I share this PPT and I said, do you have to follow this daily? You can't follow your daily time routine and you're going to follow this emotional intelligence. Not in a one day. Like, Rome was not built in a day. So similarly, this is the skill which should be with practicing by these children from very young age. I tell you. So there was this student of mine. So he is very good, like very, very good, very good achiever and everything. So when he got his result, he was not happy enough. Like, imagine you score 90 plus, 90 above. Okay, 90 plus above in your exams, even though your health was not good, even now you somehow managed everything and you scored 90 plus, and he's just in first standard. And we all were appreciating him and we're like, you did so well, so good. And then what happened? He said, ma'am, I'm not happy enough, because my parents says that I can do better, and they're not happy with this score because they say I have not done good, and this is not what they were expecting, and all those, I would say, demotivating words that a child could hear. He is in just first standard, and I was so much happy because he was going through this complicated health issue, and even though he somehow managed to get 90 plus in the exams in the first standard itself, and he's the Olympiad winner and everything, and he's doing so good, so good, so good. And I'm like, why? The reason is why? Because this emotional intelligence thing is right now in the trend. It should be in the trend earlier also. It should be in the trend. Our previous generation, our parents, this counseling should not be just done for the student, but for the parents, for the faculties, for the teacher. Each and every group need this emotional intelligence tool. It's the crucial tool right now. Like, it's the necessity. Like, the necessities are like our oxygen is the necessity. Similarly, this emotional intelligent tool is the necessity. So this pillar model, this smart model, will help you to enhance your life better, will make you more resilient. If you practice it daily, your your emotional intelligence can be your greatest asset to develop yourself. With that note, I'll just end up just by saying few lines. The greatest battle is not against external force, but against the whisper of our own doubts. Emotional intelligence is the shield that protect our inner strength. So just fight against your doubt, be emotional intelligent enough, and just practice this emotional intelligence skill, this pillar model, this smart model, and trust me, your life is going to be great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for such an insightful session and emphasize the importance of emotional intelligence and how we should adopt uh, various related aspects of it in our life. So once again, thank you so much for providing this wonderful knowledge, sharing this insightful session with all of us. And in the last, what a conclude message from your side you wants to give to everyone before winding up session. So kindly, what will be your conclude remark or the message through this session to everyone?
So like I'll just want to conclude it by just saying that your emotions are the compass of your life. So as I said earlier, to right now I'm going to say that feel it to heal it. If you starting to feels your emotion, if you started to say yes, I am feeling it, accepting your emotion, being aware of your emotion, then you are in the process of healing, you are in the process of your growth. So the smart technique or the pillar model or this 3 A's, which is awareness, acceptance, and then action, all of this will really help you to navigate your life in a more productive way. And we have to be productive because like we are human beings, we are here in on earth with a purpose to serve everyone, every people, right? So just be happy, feel your emotion, and feel each and every emotion. The magnitude and then how you act it should be different. For negative one, you should not take any negative step. You can navigate your emotion because that is your willpower, and I know you can do that because you're the most beautiful creation of God. So yeah, that's all I will have to say.